Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and E3 2019 is just around the corner. It's about a couple weeks away, and it's starting on June 7th, and it will be ending June 13th. And E3 2019 itself is technically starting the June 11th, but it's starting on the 7th with EA Play, which no one talks about EA, because, you know, we don't have to talk about that, so we're skipping over that. Next thing up in the schedule is Xbox. And that's at Sunday, 1300 Pacific Time, 1600 Eastern Time, and then 2200 BST. And I'm hoping for Halo Infinite, which has already been confirmed that it will be there. Halo Infinite was announced last year in 2018's E3 with a return to style, kind of like Halo 3 and like a mix of Halo 3, 4, and Reach, which I think is pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. Also, I'm coming up to the top of my head, so if I'm wasting time, I'm trying to get a more than just a 2-minute video. But anyways, I think my predictions will be definitely something new with Halo Infinite, maybe another trailer, like the official trailer, not just the engine reveal like it was last year. Maybe a multiplayer beta will be announced, and maybe even a demo, but that's probably asking for too much there. Then I'm hoping from Bethesda, it's probably going to be something Skyrim related, I swear to God. It's probably going to be a new platform Skyrim's going to be on. Skyrim. For The Rock. But for all seriousness, I think they're gonna announce something again with Doom Eternal, which is definitely gonna be one of the best games of this year. What is coming out this year, they have not announced an official release date, but they just said sometime in 2019, which we can all guess is sometime probably in the fall, maybe towards Christmas, as most game companies like to do. They like to release AAA games near the end of the year, so they can get it for Christmas, stuff like that, any birthdays at the end of the year. And maybe they're going to release a new Xbox or announce a new Xbox. I've heard rumors about the Xbox Anaconda. I forgot what the other one was called. I'll put the name of it on screen if I remember, if I find it. And that's something, I don't know why they'd release another Xbox when the Xbox One X was released like a year and a half ago, which I should probably get one. And of course, all E3 will be broadcasted on YouTube, Mixer. I'm not sure. That's probably going to be on Twitch also. But anyways, we're going to move on to, Bethesda. I'm like scrolling through this like on a website. It's probably going to be, I think, it's like something to do with Quake. No, that's id Software. Rage 2, that's what it was. I've never played Rage 2, but, you know, that's a game that's coming out. Bethesda's E3 conference will be at Sunday at 17:30 Pacific Time, 20:30 Eastern Time. I think that's actually like 10, oh, it's not 10 o'clock, 8 o'clock. Maybe, I don't know. I'm not good at military time. 1:30 BST on Monday, the following day. Bethesda has said that there's no confirmed stuff for Elder Scrolls 6 or Starfield, which I've never heard of Starfield, but, you know, there could be another Elder Scrolls Online thing, but who really knows? And now we're on to Ubisoft, however you say it. Their conference is on Monday at 1300 PT, 1600 ET, and 2100 BST. It's probably going to be Just Dance or maybe a new Splinter Cell game. Splinter Cell, what's it called? Conviction or something? I forgot what it's called. I have one of the old ones for the Xbox 360. It was okay, I guess. Maybe another, there's been a rumor about a new Assassin's Creed game based on Vikings. I've never played Assassin's Creed, which, you know, kill me as you wish. I've never played it. I've heard it's really good, though. And then maybe something Far Cry, like Far Cry, or something after Far Cry 5, like Far Cry 6. But who knows? Next up is Square Enix, which I've never really heard of them. Is Monday, 1800 PT, 2100 ET, and 2 o'clock BST on Tuesday. BST is on the Tuesday. And I've heard that they're doing something with the new Final Fantasy VII Remake for the PS4, which I've never played Final Fantasy. Again, crucify me as you will, I've never played Final Fantasy. And the big guns right here, Nintendo, which other than Xbox, I've been really looking forward to. It's on Tuesday at 9 o'clock PDT. What is that? 12 o'clock ETD, and then 1700 BST. Which I've heard a lot of good stuff that they're going to be talking about, which is Link's Awakening HD, which I don't have a Switch yet, which I probably should. It's probably going to be a new trailer or some news about Pokemon Generation 8 for Sword and Shield. And then probably another release trailer, another release trailer, some news about Super Mario Maker 2, which the first Super Mario Maker game I really loved. I had a lot of fun playing it. Lots of levels really wanted me to make me throw my Wii out the window, but you know, we're not going to talk about that. Okay, we're going to be going back a bit and getting a little bit more into detail for each company as I go along. Another one is Xbox and Microsoft. We're going over that again. Microsoft has said that it's going to be the biggest presence at E3 ever, which we can only assume it's probably going to be something big. Maybe, like I've said before, another Xbox. Big games like Gears of War 5, which I haven't played Gears of War, again, kill me. Halo Infinite, which I am dying to hear about. And then they're adding new companies as Undead Labs. I don't really know what they're going to do yet. Maybe zombie games. Ninja Theory, which every time I think of Ninja Theory, I think of Gaijin Goomba from the Game Theorist, but I can only think that's like Assassin's Creed, maybe? Obsidian Entertainment, Compulsion Games, which I don't really know what they do either. And then there's 343, of course, which they're handling Halo, and right now they're doing a pretty good job. People really criticize them for Halo 4 and 5, but really no one really talks about or knows that they also did Halo 2 Anniversary and Halo 1 Anniversary, but no one ever really criticizes them about that. But you know, and Sony will probably not be there, because I've heard that they're not going to be at E3 this year, but I can only assume they're going to do something next year, something big, probably like the PS5, which again, I'm not buying, because I don't take and talk about trash, so we're gonna move on. Okay, now we're back to Nintendo. Nintendo, I've heard a lot of rumors about the Metroid Prime trilogy coming to Nintendo Switch, being announced at E3 this year, which I'm not really sure that's actually going to be a thing. I've never played Metroid Prime, so I wouldn't know. The next is the rumor of Star Fox Grand Prix, which I can only assume is like Mario Kart or like Crash Bandicoot Racing, but with Star Fox people. Again, I've never played Star Fox. I played Star Fox Zero that came out in the Wii U, I think, in the Nintendo 3DS. And if you haven't heard, Xbox and Nintendo have actually like partnered up, so we could get Xbox exclusive games on the Switch. If it's Halo, I don't really know how that would work, because Xbox usually has 60 frames a second, 4K, 1080p. Nintendo Switch is mostly at 30 FPS at 1080p, which they're still like in the 2014 days, but you know, they're probably going to upgrade eventually. We've also heard Bayonetta 3 could be a thing. Again, I've never played Bayonetta before. I know what it is, but we don't know. We can only assume that it could be something to do with Smash Bros. After I've lost track what am I even saying at this point. They're probably going to release a new trailer for DLC for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, which that could be a thing. I don't really know. Nintendo will also have a Nintendo Direct during E3. And if you haven't heard, I think at this point they just stopped supporting the Nintendo 3DS, which is kind of sad. It's been around, I think, since 2011 maybe, I don't really remember. But I would only assume that they're going to put some games from the Switch that's coming up over the 3DS, like Pokemon Sword and Shield, Super Mario Maker 2. That'd be great to have on 3DS, but I guess we'll see. We've also heard of Luigi's Mansion 3, which I've only played the original, and I thought it was great, so it's nice to have that. I still have to play, I think it's called New Moon. Who knows? Animal Crossing, that's another rumor that could be showing up. A game called Astral Chain, which I've never heard of. And there's going to be, let's see, Metroid Samus Returns. And before their official announcement, like their own board and time and the E3 schedule, they're going to have Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Tournament, 2 of them, on June 8th in the theater at Ace Hotel in Los Angeles. If you're going to be there, you know, if you want to do competitive, you can go to the Ace Hotel in Los Angeles in the theater to play Super Smash Bros. Ultimate and Splatoon 2, which they're doing 2 tournaments for. Okay, and now we're moving on to Bethesda's in closer detailed look at their E3, and they've announced that this focus is going to be mostly on Doom, which I don't have a problem with. Doom is a pretty good game. Doom 2016 was brilliant, and brilliant is just an understatement. The game itself has been reviewed by tons of people. It's won tons of awards. Music, by far, here's a clip of the pause menu music, which is awesome. They've said that on their showcase, they're going to be doing an in-depth look at Doom Eternal, the gameplay, their trailer, how they made it, stuff like that. And then it's a follow-up to 2016's Doom, which is a spiritual reboot of the original Doom from 1993. Same with Halo Infinite. Halo Infinite is like a spiritual reboot of Halo 1 and the series in general. It's gonna be Doom Eternal will be on a PS4, maybe PS5 if it comes out in time, the Windows PC and Xbox One. So sucks for all you guys who have Apple computers and Linux and Nintendo Switch. Just a random thing. I don't know why they put Doom on Nintendo systems, but you know, who knows? In other news, they're also going to be doing something with Fallout 76, which we all know what a burning dumpster fire that game turned out to be. And I think was it in beta? I don't remember. Isn't it? If it's still in beta, can someone tell me? Because I haven't done my research. I haven't watched anything on Fallout 76 other than the trailer itself. And I've seen a little gameplay. It looks a lot like Fallout 4. Like all the Fallout games kind of look the same. Fallout 3, 4, and 76, they all basically look the same to me. I think New Vegas was on Fallout 3's engine, if I remember correctly. And there's new games with Wolfenstein, Starfield, and maybe some news about ESO 6. Not ESO. ESO's Elder Scrolls Online. No one wants that game. That game sucks. Or those games suck. Probably going to be just doing something with Elder Scrolls 6, which we can only assume at this point is Hammerfell. Because we've done Oblivion, when I think was in Cyrodiil, and that whole Shazam. Skyrim was in Skyrim. Morrowind was in Morrowind. Oblivion, I already went over Oblivion. Daggerfall was one of them. I'm not sure if that was a continent name or if that's just the name of the game because they want it to be. There was the first Elder Scrolls game, and then, yeah, like I've said, Elder Scrolls 6 is probably going to be the next one in the series, which is Hammerfell. And that's all I'm going over for this. I'm losing track of what I'm even saying at this point. My predictions, finally, are Halo Infinite, Doom Eternal, and then Link's Awakening HD. And maybe Twilight Princess HD and Skyward Sword if they port that over to the Switch, which they probably won't. But again, if you guys like this video, give it a like, and I will see you guys in the next video, and I'll make another video when E3 comes around and see if I was right or wrong, and maybe some new stuff along the way.